we remove the hydrogen molecule from the water, and we create what you call glucose, which is sugar. And then you have invisible, what you call carbon, and that's carbon in the air. And we use nitrogen, and it's how trees grow. So a tree is nothing but an extension of us. Everything in nature is nothing but an extension of us to remind us of what we can or cannot do.
Powerful, my brother. Do you ever you know, there's so much talk about what type of water to drink, and you know, our bodies, as they say, 75, 80, 85% water. Since the sun, everything that it does, do you ever charge your water in the sun? Is that something that we should be doing also?
No, I'm not telling anybody not to do it, because I've never done it. But the only water that I drink is distilled water. Distilled water, people say don't have no minerals. Yeah, but you have undigestible minerals too that they have in water. But distilled water has no minerals. And if you're eating like you're supposed to be eating, you're going to get your minerals from other places. And once you start drinking distilled water, I can promise you within 2 weeks, you will first of all, as soon as you start drinking it, you're going to see your body start flushing. And they'll tell you not to drink distilled water. But who are they telling not to drink distilled water? Remember, they say distilled water strips from you. Who is it stripping from? Distilled water is not stripping from you. Who is it stripping from? Them. We need they all your top shelf liquor, distill. All your instruments before they use them in surgery, distill. So why all of a sudden now we don't drink distilled water? When we drink distilled water, it flows through our body. Our skin starts to change. We're not supposed to retain water. Our body's going to retain the water that it needs already.
Definitely. Well, once again, family, just to let everybody know who's coming in late, they're asking for your Cash App. We about to put the brother's Cash App on the screen right now. I just want to thank everybody for tuning in. This is brother Kalai Mayat AmunRa. I said that right?
Yes, okay, my brother. Yes, thank you. Thank you. My brother said it right.
I want to make sure, you know, I say it right. Great, amazing show so far. The brother said it. I mean, the brother's been on fire for half an hour straight so far. Let me share before we continue, because they asking for your Cash App. They wanna bless the brother. Hold up. Do you have a Cash App, brother?
Yes, I do, and I appreciate everyone that's doing that. My Cash App is Kala. I gotta look, John. I gotta look. It's Kala 0123.
Take your time, brother, because I want to get it right. Because they're gonna start. I don't want the wrong person to get it. Be like, oh Jesus, thank you.
Exactly. My apologies. Yeah. All right, hold on. It's Kala. It's $ Kala 0123. $ capital KALI 0123. And I greatly appreciate this, my people. Thank you. I thank y'all.
Indeed.
Anybody that knows me and watch my videos, y'all know what I do. I get books and I'm out in the street with my people. That's it.
So just making sure $ KALI 0123, right?
Yes, sir.
Let me put that on the screen. All right, make sure y'all bless the brother. The brother's out here doing a lot of sun work, making sure we understand exactly who we are, being children of the sun. All right, brother. So, you know, a brother one time told me, and he broke it down, and I completely forgot. It was I think it was a late night interview, and I forgot exactly what the brother said. But he said the sun behind me, this is an ancient symbol of the sun. These straight lines represented a different form of radiation from these curved lines. Do you know anything about that? Do you know anything about that?
No, I'm gonna be honest. Like, when I don't know something, I won't answer that, because I'm not sure. But I can tell you that, of course, they mean something. We don't never design nothing without having a meaning. We don't waste our time doing that. So I'm quite sure that they do have, and they looking at them, they may have different wavelengths. So, you know, going in for different dimensions. So I couldn't actually answer that question, bro. Appreciate you though.
Definitely. Is there different places on the planet who gets the best sunlight? Like, a lot of people talk about Arizona. Like, if I'm in New York, is there sunlight in Arizona more popping? Should I go to Arizona to really get these downloads? What's your thoughts on that?
No, the one thing about us is how we're so unique. You don't have to go anywhere. We're actually the universe and the sun walking in the flesh. We don't have to go anywhere. As long as that ball is up there, I don't care where you can be in. You could be in Alaska. It don't make a difference where you're at. You are already preordained for what you should be doing. It's already in your cells that what you should be doing and how you should be acting. So it's up to you if you want to tap into that. It's free will and free choice. So I would say the best place though, as far as getting the sun, would be in Africa, because that's where it's hot majority of the time. But outside of that, we are the sun. It don't matter where we go at. We could be in the deepest part of the ocean. The sun is still going to hit this. We still going to track the sun.
Is the we've had record temperatures all over so far this summer. Is the sun going to continue to heat up? And if so, how hot is it going to get out here, you think, my brother?
Well, you got to look at it. Our body is 98.6. We're going to get way past that. The temperatures outside is going to get, but to be honest, I'm going to be truthful and honest with you. I didn't feel the heat as much as they was telling it on the news.
You're right.
It felt like it felt humid. It felt hot, but I didn't feel like where 11,000 people needed to drop dead in 24 hours in Europe. I didn't feel that. You understand what I'm saying? But I do feel the difference though. By me knowing what's going on in the sun, I can feel the intensity of the sun, regardless if it's 80 degrees outside or it's minus 30 degrees outside, because that same frequency, that same energy is going to get even stronger towards the winter months.
Wow. What is there anything you've researched that we should know about the Sirius star system that has something to do with what we're experiencing right now? Because there's so much talk about Sirius.
Yeah, Sirius star system. That's the number one thing that a lot of people are talking about. A lot of our brothers and sisters, I'm going to be, like I said in the beginning, I want to say this to my brothers and sisters. The last thing our brothers and sisters that are moving around on this planet, that up in these dimensions are doing, want you to worship them. Every 30 seconds, there is a melanated child that's going missing on this planet. Every 30 seconds, there is a melanated child. When you pull up social media, today, all we see is adults trying to teach adults how to be better in relationships. No one came to you they told you how to be good in a relationship before the stroking start. Before the stroking start, everybody was good. But when a stroking start, now we had issues with one another. And this is a problem for our community because we're not focused on our children. That's the issue. If we ask the right questions, if we look at someone and ask the right questions and not be enamored with how the individual look or their materialistic, what they have, then we will know if this individual is going to be good for my soul or just my physical reality. That's it. We want to know that. So I look at what's happening on this planet, and I actually feel more sad for my people for what they're getting ready to face as opposed to the other race. See, when you don't have a life, and when you don't have a life, what I mean by that, and I don't mean no harm, we just have to keep it honest here. When you show soulless, let's just start this. When you show soulless characteristics throughout the entire time of your existence, right? There has to come a point in time, even for yourself, when you look in the mirror, to say, yo, there is something completely wrong with the characteristics, regardless if it's me, but my race is exhibiting to these other people or the planet itself. And this is right now is a reality check. Is a serious reality check. Black people, I want my brothers and sisters to know the only abuse that's going to happen to us is what we're going to do to each other. The psychological abuse is going to be worse because you're going to see some of your brothers and sisters moving and doing things that you could never imagine. But because you decided to give away your energy and not trust and believe in yourself, this is why the recycling. Let me just say this real quick, right? You ever hear people say sometimes, and this is when you know you're divine, because the universe will test you fast. You ever hear somebody say, well, you know what? I'm not going to do that no more. I'm not going to smoke weed. I'm going to stop smoking. I'm not going to smoke weed no more. And then you know what? The universe in a situation, whether it's agreement. Come on. whether it's a disagreement or whether something happy, and you be like, damn, I should smoke that. The universe is testing you. Mm-hmm. You are constantly under test. This is when you know you are divine and you are great. By what you say. The universe say, okay, that's what you want to do. Let's see it. Let's see your restraint. Let's see your individual power.
I agree, man. I've been through a lot of those tests. The moment I say I'm gonna do something, then I get presented with something. I remember, I remember when I first got with the sister that I'm with now, and I got with her, then mad girls popped out of nowhere trying to talk to you. I'm like, I'm gonna be faithful. I'm with my queen, and I'm like, damn, why everybody why all these girls come now, man? I mean, they just popped out of everywhere. So it's like I get exactly what you're talking about, my brother. I get exactly.
And it's gonna happen more. It's gonna happen more with us because see, this is a female's universe. This is a female's planet. They it's abundance of them. We're the rare jewel. We're the rare jewel. That's why we get tested the most. We get tested the most.
Mm-hmm. Why is the masculine energy a rare jewel in this universe? Or is it that way all over the universe? Or is it just this planet?
All over the universe. The reason why I say that is because you have one sun. They try to tell you got 3, 4, 5 suns. You got one sun in the sky. Right. And if you pull up right now how many suns, it's going to show you one sun. And that sun is what? Protons. And what are we? Protons. All the planets are electrons. What are those? Electrons are feminine energy. All planets that create life are electrons. Suns are protons that give energy to the planet so they can create life. So they can and planets exchange energy with the sun. The same way.
So much talk about the sun. What's your thoughts on the moon? I heard that's fake. I heard that's a satellite. I heard you got to be careful how much you look at it. What's your thoughts on the moon?
Nah, the moon is garbage. The moon doesn't belong here. It's a fucking soul-sucking recycling machine. It just doesn't look. It doesn't have nothing to do with it. Right? It doesn't. And it's been written in history. There's plenty of documentation in history that said that the moon has arrived here 60 to 70,000 years ago. And as soon as the moon showed up, that's when our people started acting crazy, real crazy. So there are a lot of evidence that's out here that say that moon is recent. And as soon as that moon showed up, they said our people started acting crazy.
Wow. So you don't do full moon rituals or nothing like that when the moon is full?
I don't bang with that moon at all. That moon has no correlation with us. They tell you that the moon is connected to the water tides. Well, yeah. Well, then while the ocean waters and certain coastlines was receding, and it's a lot of things that's happening with the water that it can't be explained because the moon is constantly disappearing. The moon is moving on 180 degrees. It's flipped up and side down. The moon is acting completely crazy, and if people are not paying attention to it, they just think it's just another anomaly that's going on the planet.
So you don't think the moon controls woman's cycle, the menstrual cycle? No? Wow.
Black women shouldn't be having periods in the first place. Any black woman that's a vegan, and working out, exercising, you will see that your period starts to diminish. And even more importantly, right now, your period, you have what you call multipotent. Let me run it down in order.
Okay.
These are stem cells. The most important stem cells is early on in the embryonic stage. And those stem cells are what you call totipotent cells. Those cells can turn into any cell in your body, even the placenta, in the very early stages. And then you have after totipotent, then you have what you will call pluripotent. Pluripotent stem cells. This is after the embryo starts to mature. Pluripotent stem cells then can develop into any cell except the placenta. Now, I just want, as I'm saying this, I want people to understand who's the #1 in abortions around the world. We're not just talking about America, around the world. There's nothing to do with other races, our race. And who children go missing the most. Now, that's the first 2 steps of stem cells. Now, those stem cells can turn into any cell on the body. Any cell on the body. Now you go from that. You got totipotent, multipotent. Multipotent stem cells are stem cells that you will find more so inside, like they create your outer skin, your bones, and it's something else, your outer skin and your bone. But this multipotent cells normally come after the ectoderm, the mesoderm, and the endoderm has developed in the embryo. And then these multipotent cells, which are hematopoietic cells, these cells can turn into any cells as well, but they are very limited. But they can turn basically almost into any cell. Bone, skin, hair. And we're wondering why our children are fucking going missing. Even in the blood. Black women, in your blood, your stem cells in your blood, in your menstrual cycle, is more motherfucking important than all other life races on this planet. The stem cells, they call hematopoietic. Those stem cells right there coming in your blood. This is from your menstrual cycle. So all your life, all stages of your life, from you a small embryo, these jokers is trying to kill you and extract from you. From the moment in your life, the moment.
Wow. What we're talking about the sun, we talked about the moon. In terms of the stars, do you practice stargazing? What's your thoughts on this? Because some people, I heard people say they don't sun gaze, they stargaze. What's your thought on just observing the stars at night?
Yeah, I do. I go outside, I look at the stars and stuff at night. But I'm gonna be honest with you, bro. Like, Brother Rich, I want to be fully honest with you.
Yes,
brother.
please, my brother.
I look up there, I see my brothers and sisters, but I see us down here. I see us down here more. I say, yo, what's up? And I'm down here. That's why I'm in front of. That's why I'm downtown in Center City. I'm in front of hospitals. I'm putting a petition together right now, whereas though that hospitals, these doctors, medical, these police officers, these school teachers, if you can't provide your biological identification to the planet, how do you feel as though that you have a right to psychologically and medically evaluate me as well as educate me? You provide me your biological identification to the planet, where you came from, your existence, and then you can medically evaluate me, psychologically evaluate me, and run a financial system and a justice system on me, and you can educate me. But if you can't provide that to me, then my children should not be in your custody at all. Period. And that's what I'm putting together. I'm outside every me and his brother Kenny, my brother Shiz. I'm outside in Philly, Center City, family court. I'm trying to get a meeting with Danielle Outlaw, the police commissioner, which she is black. But I can provide that there is not a neurologist or a geneticist that can dispute anything that I'm saying. Black people are dealing with undeveloped brain, PTSD, and psychosis. The black people that are dealing with psychosis separate themselves from other black people because they feel as though that they are okay. This system is, they are benefiting from the system and not looking at the entirety of their whole race. The ones that are dealing with PTSD, they are reactive people out here. And they're just looking and trying to find their way, but they're trying to find their way in their world. And the only way you're going to find your way is in. You can't find your way out. And that is my job and my duty, that I want to try to push and point to as many of my brothers and sisters to themselves so they can see themselves, because you're not supposed to, you don't need no leader. You don't need no leader. We're not supposed to be eye to eye. This is what connects us throughout the entire multi-universe. Every natural living thing has a pineal gland. So we're not supposed to be eye to eye, but we're supposed to be heart to heart. Because let me tell you how heart to heart we're supposed to be. Brother Rich supposed to be able to go walk wherever he needs to walk to, wherever he want to go. If Brother Rich children just so happen to walk in my community, they instantaneously become my children. They instantaneously become my children. You know why? Because now there's no one that's going to harm them. But Brother Rich, let's say he's somewhere and his sister and his woman and his children are walking down the street and somebody's bothering them. All of a sudden, that's my sister and my nephew and niece. This is how we need to be with one another. But we're not. And this is hurting us. This is destroying us. So I want to put my best foot forward to try to wake up as many people as I possibly can, Brother Rich.
It's excellent. I definitely commend you for doing that, my brother. Definitely commend you. I see you putting in the work, my brother. Don't think that you're not seen out here. Keep up the good work, my brother. And I definitely appreciate you for coming on here. I want to get to, I seen the people been asking questions since you started. So I want to make sure I get this out because I know we started late and it's getting late. So I want to get to some Q&A. And I want to thank everybody who sent in the super chat. Chan, Robinson, everybody else. We was talking, so I didn't get a chance to put you on the screen. Thank you to everybody who donated to this, brother. His Cash App is still on the screen. Indeed. Let's get to some Q&A from the family. Yeah, let's get to some Q&A, all right? Yeah.
I do one thing, folks, because I just wanted to show people something on why. Not only that, when I speak about the heightness of awareness, I just want to show something, Scott. Can I show something real fast?
Yeah, please do. Yes.
I know this might answer a lot of people happening. Exactly why this is happening.
Then what happened during 2017? I know we had that Great American Solar Eclipse. What else was going on during that time? I know we had a lot of killings going. The killings was going on. All them police shootings, they had those on the TV. Wow, 2017.
Why they had that? Why that was going on? Because they knew on August the 21st of 2017, the moon went from the west coast to the east coast on a 33-degree angle. Why 33 is important? You have 33 vertebrae up your spine. At the top of your spine, you have what you call the pineal gland. Jesus died at the age of what? 33. So if you look at where that eclipse happened from the west coast to the east coast, and look at all the states that moon cross, you will see that they all are being destroyed right now. 33 days later, after August the 21st of 2017, 33 days later, there was a great sign in the heaven. There was a woman clothed with the sun. She had a crown of 12 stars. She had the moon beneath her feet. It was the great sign in the heaven. August and September. And during that time, they had a 2-year window to release all of the information to the organic people of the planet and tell the truth. And they didn't. So if you go from 2017 and you go 2 years and then look at the earth right now, everything has been increased exponentially.
Who told them they had a 2-year period to release all this information?
We did. We did. We did. When Admiral Byrd, you had the Pope, you had Barack Obama, John Kerry, and you had the Russian Orthodox. They all went to Antarctica along with the boy Byrd. And when Byrd went into Antarctica, he had to be rushed to a hospital, and he